put y'all's cards in the bowl because we will be having a raffle later, and we're going to be giving away 2 tickets to Latitude. Each one of those tickets is a value of $350, guys. So we really want y'all to take these tickets serious. If you're going to go, please go. If not, do not waste that ticket. Give somebody else an opportunity. As Claudia mentioned, Latitude is an event that is held for everyone in NAHREP from coast to coast. You're going to hear from the top real estate agents, from the top loan officers, coast to coast, what it is that they're doing in their industry, in their community, and how they can actually turn around and help you and give you the same advice that they're doing out there. It's very beneficial. You're guaranteed to come away with some great golden nuggets of information. We cannot speak enough on Latitude. Please go and check out NAHREPKaty.org, and you will see more information about Latitude on there.
So now, if everyone will please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance that's going to be led by the Honorable Brian Middleton, Fort Bend County District Attorney.
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy.
Thank you so much.
Okay. If you'll repeat after me, the flag is behind us. All right, I look for it too. Oh, y'all one right there. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I'll look at this. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much.
Just a quick note on that, guys. Don't forget to vote. NAHREP votes. Thank you. All right. So now for the fun stuff. Let me kind of make my way over here. We are going to call up our champions, our participants. Oh, that's me. That's Claudia. I am your MC today, and I'm more than thrilled to be that. Oh. And these are actually our title sponsors. So we have, these are the participating lenders. I'm so sorry. Do we have the individual slides?
They're coming up.
Okay, well, just so you know, these are participating, okay. And our event sponsors. I will get y'all in a minute. First up, Janet Poe with Chase. Come on up. Anywhere. Next, Nate Kreger, Change Mortgage. Change Home Mortgage.
This way?
Yeah. Everyone. Mark Guerrera, the owner finance company. Julian Vasquez, Altera Home Loans. He's being shy. Nemi Adoki, Watercrest Mortgage. Imelda Andrade, Prosperity Bank. Event sponsors, the Sears Group. Where's the Sears Group? There you are. America's Home Place. There you guys are. Thank you for your sponsorship. Goosehead Mortgage. I'm sorry. Goosehead Insurance. Los Flores Movers. Thank you for your sponsorship. People gotta move. 850 Mindset Team. And Aqua World. I personally have their product, by the way, and it's phenomenal. Just so you know. Thank you, sponsors, for your help. Then these are our yearly sponsors.
If they want.
Okay, so these are our annual sponsors. If you want to come up here and just do a little 2-minute introduction so folks can see you, feel free. Otherwise, I can.
I'm going to take the advantage of it. If I paid for it, I'm going to take the advantage. And I recommend the rest of y'all, Envision, AMCAP, Priority, Connect, come on up here. Hey, listen, my name is Christopher Alvarez, and I represent Casas Houston. One of the things that Casas Houston is doing is actually having affordable homes with large lots. Now, I will tell you this, we are 59 North in Cleveland, but I will tell you, you're not going to find any other opportunities like you can out there. Out there, our HOA is only $10 and our taxes are only 1.98%. So if you have a client that you're having a problem, get approved, and they're only getting approved for 180 out here in Katy, take them out there to Cleveland, and I guarantee you that approval will go up to 220. All right, so if y'all are looking for some land, we also have plenty of land out there for commercial. If y'all have some commercial clients, we have plenty of commercial out there. But once again, come check us out. Look us up on Facebook, Casas Houston.
Well, hello everyone. My name is Mike DeLuna, and I'm a managing partner and team leader at Connect Realty in Houston and all throughout the state of Texas. And I'm just happy to be here because, number one, I believe in relationships, and we're a company that definitely believes that relationships is a way that you grow not just businesses, but a lifetime of operations and doing just great things for not just business, but the community too. So I'm glad to be here, and check me out. I'm in the back. As soon as you walk in, you can't miss me. I look forward to meeting a lot of y'all. Thank y'all.
Hi, good morning, everybody. My name is Natalie. I am the marketing manager for Priority Settlement Group. We are a title company. We do things a little differently. We are a more forward-thinking title company. We work 7 days a week. We answer emails evenings and even nights. I was answering emails at 10 o'clock last night. So, I mean, if you are a realtor, you're hustling out there, we're definitely that title company that can meet you halfway. We have the best rates in Texas, $199 escrow fees for purchases, $0 for refinances and new builds. We also do offer free mobile notaries. So we have our booth in the back if you want to check us out and get more information. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Elizabeth, representing AMCAP Home Loans. We're proud sponsors for NAHREP. And we are so interested in assisting the Hispanic community that we're establishing a Hispanic division. So if you stop by the table, you'll see some flyers in Spanish. So we're trying to help people understand the importance of becoming a homeowner. We're around. If you guys have any questions, let us know. Thank you for being here.
Okay, folks, thank you so much for our sponsors. Without you, we couldn't make these events possible. And thank you, Katy Vibes, for allowing such a good space. Everybody has plenty of elbow room. So just a quick rules of engagement. Y'all can tell I'm enjoying this way too much, right? So, yes. So it's going to be 6 rounds total. All the rounds are going to be timed. The first round is basically you're going to introduce yourself, you get a minute, okay? Then the second round, you're going to speak about your niche product, okay? After that, everybody is going to answer 2 questions across the board. It's going to be the same question. Then every individual gets a question from the audience that they get to answer, okay? After that, we'll basically clap on whose program you want to hear more about on the next round. Okay, so the first round, 2 will be eliminated. After that, it'll be 4 more questions. And then after that, it'll be 2 more questions until we get our champion. Okay, so let's just be very mindful of the timing because ultimately the idea is to have that incredible showmanship and know your product well enough where you can answer what is asked. All right, guys, we're gonna have a lot of fun. Let's see. All right. So let's start with on the end. If you could just introduce yourself, and you have your mic right next to you. Everybody has their own mic.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. Great. Well, first of all, thank you for inviting us out. I'm Imelda Andrade with Prosperity Maine. I've been a mortgage loan officer for the past 20 years, and I do specialize on niche products such as first-time home buyers, I-10 loans, just pretty much something that is not what we call a QM. I have three kids. 2 of them are military. 1 of them is serving the Navy for the last 2 years. The middle one just joined. He is in Army, just going on 6 months now. And then I have a 17-year-old daughter whose birthday is today. So, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to her.
So I guess that's it.
Good afternoon. My name is Nemi Adoki. I'm the CEO of Watercrest Mortgage. I started Watercrest about a year ago after 10 years in the industry as a processor and a residential and commercial originator. I'm not from Houston, but I've been here long enough that I'm a Houstonian, so I understand. It's been almost 20 years now, so
Welcome to Houston.
I'm in the industry to really help people and to help people get homes. I've been in the service industry and the customer service industry my whole life, so I understand what it takes to be successful. I have 2 kids. I have a 20-year-old and a 4.5-year-old. So I know there's a little bit of a gap there, but that's it about me. Thank you.
Woo!
Buenos dias, mi gente. My name is Janet Poe. I do use Janet Poe Pizarro, but you know the gringos can't say Pizarro, so I just kept it really easy for everybody. But I am with Chase. My title is Community and Affordable Lending Relationship Manager. I know it's very long, but it's pretty much business development. My background is in, I was a realtor at one time, and I also originated. And the beautiful thing right now is I have this position where I bring in the real estate community and my mortgage community in Chase, and we bring this perfect marriage together. All right, so I don't really need a microphone. But pretty much I'm excited because I don't know if you heard about the Path Forward commitment with Chase. Okay. The Path Forward commitment with Chase, we call it racial equity. Chase has committed to $30 billion in the Black and Latinx communities. And the wonderful thing about it, out of the $30 billion, $8 billion of it is going to be towards affordable housing. And so we're looking at putting 40,000 people in the next 5 years into a home. And so I'm really excited about talking about more about what we have to offer. Okay, next.
Thank you. Mark Guerrero with the Owner Finance Company. Si se puede. Hablamos español. Those that know what sí means, that means yes, and that's all we say to everybody. Yes. Everyone's approved. My parents from Mexico. It was hard to get loans, you know. Like this whole reason we're here is to help people to own their homes, right? So that's why we decided to open a company, the Owner Finance Company, so we can help everybody to own their home. No credit checks, no job verification, no social, no TIN number, no nothing. Every single person's approved. All we do is check that they have enough money for the down payment. So hopefully you'll have lots of questions, but we add no fees to the price of the home. The reason we decided to open this company is because there are other companies out there, but we felt they weren't being fair. They add 15, 20, 25% to the price of the home. We add 0. You pick any house you want, we buy it, then we sell it to you for the exact same price. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name name is Julian Vasquez, or in Spanish you could say Julian Vasquez. Julian. It's always funny how people ask me, is it Julian or is it Julian? It's really both, right? I've been in lending for over 23 years, been through lots of cycles. For those of you that were around before 2008, those were interesting times. These are even more interesting times. And I'm currently heading a branch for Altero Home Loans, who's incorporated out of Las Vegas, Nevada. You know, this is a pretty tough act. I got some heavy hitters here. My goodness. Chris, I'm gonna need a towel, please. So I'm so delighted to be here. Being in the business for so long, I just take enormous pleasure of being able to help people get into homes. I don't always go home, you know, jumping in joy. It's tough out there. It's a tough business, right? We've seen a tough year, interesting year. But nonetheless, I wake up and I can come back, do it again, so we can keep helping Hispanic families get into a home, whether it's their first home, an upgrade, right? Latinos creating wealth through home ownership. That is our slogan. I think we need to change the conversation with Hispanic home ownership, where now we need to teach our people how to become real estate investors. So we push that a lot. I have a program that I teach people to buy a first home, and from there start building a portfolio of homes with minimum down payment. So I hope I get a chance at one point to share that with you down the road. And I just look forward to getting my butt beat by these great contenders here. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nick Kreger, and I'm proud to be the Regional Sales Manager for Change Home Mortgage. Change Home Mortgage is a company that is literally being the change that's needed in the mortgage industry. There are so many different products and services that one competition couldn't possibly explain all the products and services that we have. Our entire portfolio of products is designed to completely change the game for all Hispanics and people of underserved communities and minorities across the country. So we're super excited to explain to you how we can help you, realtors, increase your net worth through home ownership, how you can help your constituents and all the people that you serve in our communities. We've raised over $1 billion specifically for Hispanics. We're excited to be in the Hispanic community, and I look forward to explaining all of our products and services and why we are the only one out of all these contenders, and these are all top hitters, and I commend you all. We're the only one that's truly a unicorn in the industry because of the special designation that only we have with the Department of Treasury that allows for Hispanics to capitalize, and we will get those families into homes.
Thank you for being here. All right, now for the fun stuff. Imelda, would you please share with us your niche product?
Just for the record, I got my gold shoes, so I'm gonna win this. Okay, so the niche product that I'm gonna talk to you guys about is our what we call HOPLOAD, Home Ownership Possibilities Program. What it is we have designed a program where we offer 100% financing for a borrower to be able to get into a home without a down payment. It's 100% financing. We do go up to a $350,000 loan amount. We go as low as a 600 credit score. It's a manual underwrite. The rate right now, we're at a 3.125 if they open a checking account with us, and no private mortgage insurance. So that makes the program very affordable for first-time home buyers. And it's a portfolio loan, so the bank keeps it. We don't sell it. We underwrite it ourselves, we close it ourselves, and we fund it ourselves.
Awesome. Thank you for your family service.
So while I don't, is that better? Okay, while I don't like talking about myself, I love talking about our loan products. And what I'm here to talk about today is our I-10 program. So we can do our I-10 program with a FICO score as low as 550. We had this program created specifically for us by one of our lenders. The VP of the company came and asked us, what do you guys need to better help the community? And we said, an I-10 program. And we worked with them to get the requirements and the guidelines for the program on what I think people need and will help them get into the programs. So it's as low as 550 credit score. You can get 10% down, and the debt to income is as high as 55%. We have 15 and 30-year fixed rates, as well as a 5-1 and a 7-1 ARM. Those are good for condos, USDA, non-boards, full condos, and of course, single-family homes as well. There are lots of other particulars that go into the program, but they're all very easy to obtain by your clients. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, they got some good stuff over here. So my product is Dream Maker. Why? Because Dream Maker, we make dreams come true, right? So a lot of realtors or mortgage people, what they do is, put everybody, FHA seems like the go-to. Well, we have something. Can you all hear me? Okay. So this is a product that looks like an FHA, but it's actually an agency loan. What does that mean? Is that it's a 3% down. There's no upfront insurance, right? It's a 30-year fix. And the good thing about there's a $500 home buyer's grant. Like if they take their first-time home buyer classes and it's certified, they'll get $500. Then they get $2,500 grant. And what's beautiful about this product as well, like most of our agency products, is how many of y'all like to get your money on time? How many are like, I know big banks, we have a bad reputation, right, of not closing on time. Well, Chase is putting their money where their mouth is. So we have a 21-day close with agency loans. And guess what? If we don't close on time, we'll give you $2,500. Not you, but the customer. Okay, yeah, you all like that, right? And then the wonderful thing is our government loans, like VA, FHA, guess what? 30-day guarantee close for $2,500. So to the buyer, not to you guys, but this is just one of our many wonderful grants that we have, and we go up to $5,000 additionally towards the customer when it comes to closing. All right? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Our niche product is everyone's approved. No matter what. We follow all the rules. We use RMLOs. State of Texas, you have to do all that. But no matter what, if it comes back that they're not approved for whatever reason, as one of the owners of the company, I'll override it. So every single person's approved no matter what, guaranteed. They can get their funds from anywhere. They can borrow the funds. They can put them on a card. We don't care. We don't ask questions. When I say everyone's approved, I'm telling you, this is the niche. And I don't feel like we're competitors. I think that we're all here to help each other and help everybody to get into a home. We don't try to just get every person to work through our product. We really care about the end buyers, and we want to help them. That's why we opened this company. We will refer them to other lenders if we feel that there's a program that they can qualify for. Because a lot of times they just don't speak English and they just don't understand and they're scared, so they think they have to go to owner financing. They don't always have to do that. There's other products, and we don't really do a lot of advertising. Most of our business is word of mouth because the clients that we do have know that we care about the clients, and we're going to work with them, whatever we got to do to make sure they get the house they want. Not a house off of a list of houses that people put lipstick on. We deal with a lot of also builders. I know there's other builders in here that build homes. We work with them to help them get brand new homes also. So a lot of our clients are getting brand new homes. So I think our niche is that we're gonna make sure they get the house, whatever it takes. We're very creative, and we really wanna help them. We're not gonna force them to use our program if there's a better program. And then we want them to help build their credit, and to be able to refinance and get into another loan. Even though our loans are full 30-year loans, no balloons or anything like that, but the third-party company we use to do the billing reports to the credit agency so that they can get that credit score up so they can buy a house. Thank you.
Ooh, 5 seconds. You did it exactly 5 seconds.
He's hitting low, guys. He's hitting low. I'm here to talk to you guys about international buyers. Any of y'all have them?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'll say this, it's a growing trend, and we're going to keep seeing it. So I'm here to talk about international buyer loans. We have 2 amazing programs. We have an investor program that we call NINA. Y'all remember NINA back in 2008? It got us into a lot of trouble for those that were around then. So NINA's back. It's a no income, no asset investment property with a 30% down, 70% loan to value. And then we also have our second home, which is a full doc program for 75% loan to value. So I'm excited to tell you a little bit more about that and how it's going to help you help those Hispanics that are trying to invest in the United States. The unrest in Latin America is ongoing. I'm from Colombia, and most recently we had a big uprise over there. So we started getting some calls. I normally don't dabble into non-QM programs, but I did identify the need for this one in particular. So we're excited about helping you out with it. Thank you.
So our niche product at Change Home Mortgage is what we call our Change Portfolio product. It's really a combination of several different things that are designed to help people who fall just outside the box. In 2008, when the financial crisis happened, obviously they brought in the regulations for a lot of people, and it became really difficult for some very great people to acquire homes, right? You're self-employed people. A lot of the people who are left, there are a lot of people in the underserved communities. So our products are all, this niche product is all non-QM, but it's not brokered out. We fund it with our own money, and we take the risk along with the client. We control it from beginning to end with our entirely bilingual staff that is able to help clients from cradle to the grave on these products. And we have 3 different ways of doing loans with unlimited DTI. The biggest issue with the Hispanic community is not that they don't have money for down payments. The biggest issue is that because they're self-employed and they're doing all the right things, they're investing in themselves, they're investing in their community, they're creating jobs, but into doing so, they also want to limit their tax liabilities, like every single one of you as well. When they do that, it becomes incredibly difficult to acquire property. We have different kinds of ways to make the loan available to them with unlimited DTI. So what does that mean? That means if you want to be an investor as well, you want to acquire property, we can do up to $2.5 million per loan, up to 20 loans per person. Unlimited DTI, no W-2, no pay stubs, no tax returns. Keep taking those aggressive deductions on your taxes. Save that money. Don't pay the federal government. Pay yourself. Get that money into your pocket. All of these products are available only through us. Like I said, as the only lender up here that's designated by the Department of Treasury as a community development financial institution, our mandate is to help ensure homeownership wealth into these environments. So through our $1 billion initiative in the Hispanic community, for anyone that does this program, they automatically get a quarter point off their interest rate just for being Hispanic, because we're trying to incentivize our community, our people, into creating wealth.
Awesome. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're going to start over here. First question. Everybody's going to get the same question. You get 1 minute to respond. Joe's over there keeping an eye on the clock for everybody. Here we go. Considering the loan product or program you just described, define the ideal client or borrower that you feel this program is best suited for. Example, who are we looking to help the most?
First-time home buyers, anybody that's trying to purchase their house for the first time.
Perfect. Thank you.
This program is designed to help anybody who's self-employed or has a full-time job, but doesn't have a social security number, that has an ITIN number instead. So anybody who's looking to purchase a house, owner-occupied house, first-time home buyer, second home buyer, anything. If they don't have a social security number, up to foreign national, then that's who this program is designed specifically for.
Thank you.
The Dreammaker. So it's a first-time home buyer. It could be a person that bought a house previously, they sold it, and they're buying again. These are people that probably don't have a lot of funds because we have grant money for them as well. And so what we're looking into, again, going into the Black and Latinx communities and increasing home ownership. So that's what this product is all about.
Thank you.
Awesome. Our product is we thought at first just for Hispanic people that can't get a loan for whatever reason, no socials, things like that. But it ended up being so much more. There's a lot of people I heard. Everybody else talking about self-employed. There's a lot of Hispanic community that's self-employed, and that's why they can't get a loan to purchase their home. So originally, anybody that was renting, that was like our focus. If you're renting, let's get you to own the home. But I like a lot of what y'all said also, because we started to see that people that we help get into a home that we're renting come back to us and say, could you own or finance a home for us to have a rental property? So now they're getting smart. They want to do rental investments. So we have free classes where we also help them and teach them how to buy rental properties and also house hack homes and different things like that. So now it's pretty much for everybody, but yes, it was at first for people that were renting. Let's help you own your house.
We're basically creating wealth, generational wealth. Thank you.
Our program is designed for people that do not work and do not live in the United States. So particularly people that are abroad in other countries that want to either invest in the United States, start building rental portfolio here, or people that want to have a second home just in case. We have a lot of folks from around the world that come to Houston for various reasons. What we're seeing is they want to have a place to come. They want to have a place where their kids can come stay when they come to college. So that is our ideal client.
Thank you.
As a company, our ideal client is anyone who's seeking to grow wealth through homeownership. Okay, if they can fit inside the Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and FHA box, we have them covered with no overlays. If they don't fit inside that box, we have the widest net available that allows for basically any type of person to get a home, whether, as was mentioned here, I-10 or foreign nationals, all those things, no income, no assets, all of those are available. So our ideal client is anyone who's looking to better themselves through homeownership, and we have a product for them.
Thank you. Ooh, okay, question number 2. Technology being more prevalent than ever today, how do you feel about face-to-face contact with your clients or borrowers? Do you feel this is something that would be helpful to better present your program?
Well, the way, as far as my applications go, 50% are done in person and 50% are done over the phone. I at least meet with the customer once throughout the whole process, just because they like to get that feel. They want to establish that relationship and build that trust. And once we're there, I try to get them to give me as much as I can up front, because these people are not very computer savvy. They're not into a lot of technology. So we try to make it as easy as possible to them so that we can get as much done as possible with just one visit.
Thank you.
So over the last 10 years, I've definitely noticed a shift away from in-person and to more online and phone applications. With that said, we have our full application and our short application online, as well as in Spanish as well. I try to meet with our customers, our clients, at least once throughout the whole process. And I have no problem if they want to meet in person every single time we talk, or if they want to do everything online, we can accommodate them. Because honestly, we're here to help you guys help your customers.
Thank you.
So like I mentioned about the Path Forward Racial and Equity Initiative, so what Chase did is they created a position called Community Home Lending Advisor. So we have home lending advisors, which primarily work in commission, which a lot of mortgage people do work in commission. However, our community home lending advisors have a base salary. Why? Because we want them to focus on serving the community. Because out there it's hard. It's, you got to go out there, because in the community, sometimes, some of the loans are big, but then you have some that are very modest, right? And you work on commission, you probably don't want to work with the smaller loans. So that's not going to be a challenge for the community home lending advisors, because it's truly a position where we're focused on the community. And so what does that mean? Those branches have somebody there sitting there. They are face to face with them. They go inside the bank, they can deposit their check, they can get whatever they need, and also be able to speak to a community home lending advisor at any time.
Thank you. It's okay, I just heard you along.
We prefer to meet face to face. In the Hispanic community, they want to feel comfortable, especially with owner financing. It's something new for them, so we like to meet them at one of our different locations in person. They like to see that you have multiple locations, offices, we'll meet in the conference room, things like that. But really, they want to just talk to somebody, and we really want to explain everything detail by detail, step by step, 100% clear before we do anything. We don't charge application fees. We don't do anything that the other companies. No money comes from them up front. You know, so anyway, we do like to meet face to face, but we also go out to eat with them. You know, we'll meet them. You know, Hispanic people, we like to eat, right? So we'll go eat. We'll go eat with them. You know, we just did last week with the family and explain the whole program if that's what they want to do.
Mark, you need to stop talking about food because it's midday. See what it's making me hungry. So, you know, this whole way of doing loans nowadays is just over the phone, on the internet. This is new to me. I started the business back when we used to work off of faxes. Remember that, Veronica? Only beat by those that started doing the business when they had to use typewriters. Yeah. So my preferred way of talking with people is face-to-face. Obviously, the kind of client that I'm talking to you about is an international borrower. So I would tell you the best way to get them in front of me physically is if they come into town and they spark up that conversation with you that they'd like to invest, set them up on an appointment to visit with me face-to-face. My office is right here at City Center. Other than that, I will do a Zoom meeting, and that's really how most of them get started, through a Zoom meeting with me. There's no other higher trust building activity that we can do other than the face-to-face. So by all means, that's my preferred way of doing business. I'm old school.
Me too.
And Hispanic, so.
I love this question because, you know, when I think about the way we want to communicate with people, what's best for the community communicating with us, to me, it's not so much of a cultural thing, it's not a Hispanic thing, it's more of a generational thing. It depends on who's buying the homes. And so we have a technology platform that allows for any type of way you want to communicate with us, we'll do it. You want to do text messages? We'll do the text messages. You millennials out there, you guys love your text messages. And, you know, we're willing to do that too. Emails, phone, online applications. If you're a hard-working person, you come home late, you don't have time to take off, you can do the entire thing in your pajamas at home, online, on an app. We have the technology to allow for all of that. Now, lending, even though it's a mortgage and it's a financial instrument, at the end of the day, we're in the people business. You're in the people business, I'm in the people business. And so we want to make sure that we have that personal connection. We don't call our loan officers, we call them mortgage advisors. On the wealth side, you have people who help you with your financial investments, to help you gain wealth through your investments. There's nobody on the debt side, which is actually the biggest part of their financial pie, helping them to get inside the best loan all the time. And as markets change, how can we enhance that for them? We're mortgage advisors. And to the extent that you want to communicate with us in any method you want to, we have an option for all of it.
Thank you. If you see me getting close to y'all, it's because you're probably over your time. Okay, so now each of the panelists get to answer one question from the audience. Okay? So audience, who would like to ask the first question to one of our panelists? His hand back there first, the gentleman.
We got 1, 2, and then.
All right, so I probably need an additional microphone. Okay, we probably need. Yes, sir. Your name?
My name is Henry.
Thank you for coming. What is your question?
Yeah, this question is for Mark. Mark, do you offer financing for people that may have like a bankruptcy or judgments? That's the first question. The second question is, what areas of Texas do you service?
Okay, you only get one question though. Just kidding. Okay, so the first question of bankruptcies, it's funny because someone just called me yesterday. They were trying to do a loan with us, and they were kind of scared because they were like, they didn't want to tell you, they don't want to tell you what's going on, but they just, and then finally I was like, tell me what your concerns are, what are you worried about? And then they said, well, we have a bankruptcy on our record. And I was like, there's no problem. Like I said, all we say is yes, everything's perfect. You don't have to worry about bankruptcies, foreclosures. I don't care if you're in a bankruptcy and a divorce at the same time, right? Whatever's going on, we're still gonna sell you the house. So yes, and we service Texas, and we're about to open Florida.
Thank you. You're probably going to get jumped after this. Who else had a question for one of the panelists?
Right here.
Oh. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for coming.
My question is probably two questions. For Mark as well. You do homeowner finance, but if you have someone that they own a property and they want to do homeowner finance, but they've never done it, does your company also help them to establish that and be able to do it themselves, as in terms and everything that's needed for that?
Yes, ma'am. I love that question. That's kind of thinking different, right? Outside the box. So, yeah, we help a lot of people, and also realtors, anybody that wants to sell a house. If you need help with the owner financing process, we can help you to do that also. We're pretty much here to help everybody to get a home. So whether it's one of our homes or your home or a realtor that'll bring us clients, anything like that, and we have a referral program too.
Perfect, thank you.
Somebody who doesn't have a question for Mark.
To the IT gentleman, the second one. And how long do you close your IT? How fast?
We should be able to get them done within 45 to 60 days.
It's a good one.
My name is Gracia. This question is to Julian. Julian, can you talk a little bit about DTI and the income requirements for the international loan?
So on the investment side, the NINA, there are no ratios because we don't present any income documentation. On the full doc, the second home program, the ratios need to be at tops 43%. Now, with the full doc avenue, all of the documentation that they have from their country will need to be translated. So that's a big pain in the butt. So what we find is a lot of the folks that are interested in that program choose the NINA route. And normally these folks have money, right? So doing an extra 5% down payment is not such a big deal for them. So they can cut all the red tape and just get the loan quicker that way. Was there a second question? Income docs? Okay, so for the NINA, nothing. They do have to establish a bank account in the United States, and they will have to sign for auto debit for those mortgage payments. On the full doc and the NINA program, that requirement's there for both. On the full doc, they'll need to present whatever it is, income taxes from their country if they're self-employed. Essentially the same thing you would present for a loan here in the United States, right? Bank statements to show that you've had seasoned assets for the last 60 days, pay stubs if you're an employee, foreign income taxes if you're self-employed. You'll need to present a letter from the accountant CPA, much like you do here, stating how long the business has been around, who the owners are, that sort of thing.
Thank you. Okay, any other questions for?
There's a few over here.
For Annie? Okay. And then I'm going to come make my way back over here. Joe, if you want to maybe stand, or Chris, next to the next person that has a question, that way I don't miss them.
Hi, my name is Adriana, and it's in general. Any of your companies offers financing for lots, lands? Just lands, lots?
Yes, we have a land loan program.
Yeah, we do as well, yes.
And what is the down payment, the interest rate?
You got me on this one. I usually don't do a lot of lot. I do more of the 100% financing in our item loan as well. On the loan, hold on, I got the answer over there. How much is that, Tim? 20% down? 25% down, and the interest rate is 4.125%? All right, so there's the answer. He's my commercial lender back there, so thank God I brought my cheerleader.
All right, we have Chase.
Change.
So Chase Change. That hasn't answered a question just yet. Anybody have a question for one of these folks?
Christina, did you have a question?
Yes.
Yes. First name? I'm sorry, Chase.
Oh, Janet.
Janet. Oh.
Janet. Sorry, Janet. I'm Sue. I heard you say some credit, some grant, right? Grant money for your Dream Makers program, and you mentioned I think there was a spread between 2,500 and up to 5,000. How is that determined?
Oh, that's great. Great question. So it depends on where they're buying the house. So what happens is like for, like you're a realtor and you have a house you want to list, or you might have a buyer, then we have a tool where we'll look it up and say this land, or not land, sorry, this property qualifies for the $5,000 grant or the $2,500 grant. So that's how we determine that. But it's Chase, a lot of it is Chase. So the grants that we offer is not offered through other mortgage companies. So what I usually tell customers, my realtors, hey, I know we're not going to get all your customers, just like you said, there's plenty of work and we can help people differently. But if they have an account with Chase, it's worth their while to check out what we have to offer. And they might qualify for a grant, yes.
Thank you. And then one more question.
Thank you. Thank you all very much. Great information. For Change Mortgage, the question is unlimited DTI, unlimited DTI, unlimited DTI. Where do you put the lid on it? Because I deal with a lot of clients, as I'm sure many of our colleagues here do, that one spouse has one person has a social security number, the other one makes more money, but they don't have the social security number, or they can't document it, whatever. How do you determine a loan amount for somebody in those types of situations where we know they can pay, but technically they won't qualify for maybe $1,000 a month payment?
That's a great question. So with a no ratio loan, or when we say no DTI, we mean no ratio loans, right? So let's just say that in your example, if you have a husband and a wife, and maybe one person's got really great credit, and the other person has terrible credit and makes all the money.
Correct.
Yeah. Right? You see that a lot, right? In that case, what we would do is we would do the loan, and the person with the better credit score is paying only, with the spouse being on title. Then for the down payment, the spouse can give a gift to the other spouse, and we don't have to source the donor's bank statements either for that. The gift can cover the entire down payment plus closing costs. So in regards to your question is that what's the limit to how much house they can afford, it's completely dependent on how much they have for the down payment, because there is no limit up to $2.5 million unless they're going higher than that. Actually, up to $3 million, I'm sorry. So literally we have people who, for example, are buying $500,000-$600,000 homes because they're small business owners, and they gross receipts, lots of money. They have lots of money, but on paper they make $10,000 a year. Well, their DTI for most other lenders is going to be like 1,000%. In our case, again, it's unlimited. And in those cases, we can close them in about 18 days.
That's awesome. Thank you, and the timing was perfect. Okay, guys, so now the audience gets to keep 4 champions on stage for more questions and more information, and then 2 get to get off stage. So Chris is going to be handling the applause, so I can clap too.
All right, so for the first contestant right here, we want to see who all wants to hear more information and more about the products from Change. Now, how about from Altera? And now we have Mr. Mark over here. And we, of course, we got my sister from another mother over here, Janet. We got Nimi with the I-10. And we got Imelda with Prosperity. Now, since we're not at the Astrodome and we don't have that devil reader over here, all right, so we're going to do it one more time, all right? So let's start again. For Imelda, let's go with Nimi. We got Janet with Chase. We got Mark with the owner finance. We got Julian with the international. And we got Nick. Well, you know, it's hard for me to say goodbye, but I think Imelda and Nimi, I think it's time. We do want to give y'all one of these trophies also for participating for Battle of the Lenders.
That's right.
Toughest crowd than the contenders, man.
Now, once again, just because these two individuals left the stage, they are not leaving the building. So please, if you want more information on their product, please stop by their booth and get more information from them. Now we're going to continue on to round 3.
No, round 4. Sorry. It's round 4.
Yeah, it's 4. It's round 4. Fernando. Yes. Okay. So these are going to be individual questions. We'll start with Chase over here. On a scale from 1 to 10, how do you rate the importance of having service level agreements in place for all the different phases of a transaction?
Oh wow, to me that's so important, accountability. I mean, I have been a realtor before, so I understand real estate, and I've also been an originator. But what I always tell, and the way when I used to talk to some of our newbies, I would say it's really important that you have put expectations up front. You know, no surprises, because we can all promise everything. I mean, you've been in a situation, right, realtors, that somebody's been pre-qualified, and guess what happens? The deal goes down, right? So it's really important that you explain the steps on in mortgage and how it works, even to talking to your realtor, even keeping the realtor, letting them know what's going on, right? Have you ever dealt with a mortgage company and you're trying to call and call and call and you never hear from them what's going on with their client? So it's very important that you set the expectations up front and be truthful, don't lie. And that's the thing, be truthful, but guess why? Because if you take care of the customer, guess what happens? Those referrals come in, not only from the customer, but we also believe building that relationship with the realtor. So yes.
Thank you. No, everybody gets a different question. Okay.
Keep me on your toes.
What action specifically can your referral source take so the first introduction with your client or borrower is successful?
Referral sources, so we work with a lot of realtors, and we also have a free realtor training program. We'll go out to your location, train all the realtors, because like she said on the other question, everything has to be 100% transparent. We have it multiple times in our paperwork. So yes, we do a lot of training with the realtors, with the clients, so that way when they do present it, they know what they're saying. Because that's the worst thing that they can do, is tell them something that's not true. So we really work hard to avoid that. And there's no fees or anything to be part of our program as a realtor.
Awesome. Thank you. For Julian, this one's actually perfect for you. Would you consider your program or product sustainable with this changing market? For example, if someone who is building a home that will be closing in 6 to 8 months would still have access to your program?
Undoubtedly, yes. It is a growing trend. We've embraced it. We see it as a needed product, especially for the Houston market. So yes, we anticipate it being around for quite a while. We're pretty aggressive with it.
Okay, good.
And this is not like a new thing, right? Like we know that there's other institutions that have traditionally offered international lending, but we do see that several of them have backed out of it. So as far as I know, there's only a few options when it comes to international buyers getting loans here in Houston or in Texas. So we're not gonna take that for granted. We're gonna take advantage of it as much as we can.
Okay, thank you. Nick, what do you feel as a lender partner to any referral source is your biggest asset or tool to help them close more transactions? Oh, sorry. What do you feel as a lender partner to any referral source is your biggest asset or tool to help them close more transactions?
Education. So one of the things that we like to do with all of our referral partners, and we are really heavy with working with realtors on first-time home buyers as well as builders, and other parts of the state, we primarily work with builders. We do hundreds of transactions every month. The biggest thing is making sure that our referral partners understand the process and, like you said earlier, holding ourselves accountable. We, through our lender software, can immediately create a report that can send it to you real time to see exactly how many files are moving, where they are, so you're not at the mercy of the LO saying, oh yeah, it was submitted to underwriting when really it wasn't submitted to underwriting, right? We provide real-time transactions on a daily basis if you require it, on a weekly basis, and we educate our referral partners throughout the gate as the market changes to help them cast that super wide net. I will say that, and every single one of these lenders up here, we have closed loans that many of the people who are on the stage have denied before. So just because a loan is dead, it's not dead.
Thank you. Sorry, Nick.
She's a good referee.
Okay, so now the panelists get to answer one question from the audience. Okay, one question.
Who has a question?
Well, this is for Chase. This round is all about the referral partner. What do we have to offer at Chase that is viable for all these realtors in here?
How many of y'all love referrals? Woohoo! So I'm so excited because we have a great referral system. It's called Agent Express. If you are a real estate agent and you've done 10 transactions in 1 year, you owe it to yourself. You need to go to that Chase table and register. What does that mean? That means that there might be a customer that comes to the branch. Hey, I want to know about home lending. Do you have a realtor? No. They do the application and sends a message to you because you registered. And guess what? When they use one of our agents through Agent Express, the customer post-closing gets $1,000. So that is just a way to build a real estate community. Also, my job is I have Houston, San Antonio, El Paso, all of South Texas. My job is referrals, letting the real estate community know what we have to offer so you have all the tools and resources you need to help your customer. Because like I said, I don't do homeowner financing. I don't do none of this, well, some of the stuff. We do international lending as well. There's a lot of the stuff we do. But what I do know is every customer, you should be able to give them options and who to go to. And Chase, especially if they have an account, they should go there. And that's how we do it. So we want to take care of you. Thank you.
Any more questions for our panelists?
This question is for all the panelists. As you all know, Latinos are very sensitive when it comes to interest rates. Can you all tell us what your interest rates are approximately on your products?
I know y'all were dying to ask that question, every single one of you. Thank you for that bravery, lady.
Janet, what can you tell us, Janet?
You're talking to me?
We're wanting to know from everybody.
Mira, Charles, párate. Charles is my counterpart over here. Do you want to address that?
Interest rate. What is your interest rate right now?
What answer do you get from every lender? It's going to vary. We have to talk to the client, build that relationship, understand what we're working with, and we're going to give them the best rate we can. So, to be honest with you, it's going to vary. It's what everyone's going to say. No one can tell you it's going to be at 2% right now or 3% tomorrow. So, what's the average?
Today is 700 right now.
What are we seeing right now? 3% right now? Yeah.
Can I add to that? Just keep in mind, and I know all of y'all know this, when customers come up, what's your interest rate? It does vary, and you all know that. But what I do tell customers to do, go shop. Because what they're also shopping is for what? Lender fees. Because we can all offer 3%, right? All of us can offer 3%, but what are the lender fees? Well, how much is it going to cost for me to have that interest rate? And so I always tell my customers, go look, and when you come back, let me see what you got, and I'll do my very best. I'll study the upper management to match it.
Mark, how about you, Mark?
I like your answer, yeah. So, like she said, what we do is kind of like a niche, right? Because we're owner financing. All the other lenders are basing it on your credit and all this other stuff. So the rates can be 2% to whatever, right? But the best thing is we say yes, right? No matter what, it's guaranteed. But, I like to have fun, right? But the truth is that nobody out there that does what we do can beat our rates. But more importantly, like what you said, all the other fees. They charge a $1,500 or more application fee, which you don't get back whether you get the loan or not. They also charge realtors for the realtor program. They also add a minimum of 15% to the price of your home. So if you're buying a $200,000 home, they're going to finance it for $230,000. That's minimum. That's our closest competitor. Second competitor adds 20% to the price of your home, and the third person that does this adds 25% to the price of your home. And these are public online. You can look them up. We're the only company out there that adds zero to the price of your home. And that's what you need to look at when you're looking at owner financing, because if it's a point higher or lower, which we're the lowest anyways, but if it was, what about that $30,000, $50,000 they just added to the price of your home? Yeah, no problem. I forgot all about the rates, right? Our rates are 9.9 no matter what. So we don't check anything. It's 9.9 for everybody.
Great. And how about Julian?
Yes, sir. So the difference between us and a lot of lenders that offer similar type programs is that we offer a fixed interest rate. We don't offer a variable interest rate like most programs do here. For our second home full doc program, the interest rate is going to be in the low 5s, 5.1. For our NINA program, our no income, no doc, no asset, it's going to be closer to 5.5, 5.75. And the buyer can buy down points, so they can buy that rate down if they'd like to. We have a tiered system of, what do they call this? Where the more things they can provide, the more discounts they'll get, or the better the interest rate will get. So, but on a going average rate, that's where more or less they're gonna be around.
Change mortgage? What y'all got?
I'm glad you asked that question. So you want a specific answer to a specific question, right? Everyone's gonna say it varies. So as someone who is attuned to the market on a daily basis, I'm gonna give you very specific examples on every single type of product we have. 640 FHA, 2.625 30-year fixed. Conventional, 650 15-year, 2.375 15-year fixed. 2.99% or 3% 30-year fixed, 700 credit score conventional. On the no DTI product, anywhere between 4.75 to 5.5%. Crushing hard money loans, no upfront points on any of that.
Booyah.
All right, so now we get to vote 2 off. I'm gonna be sad to see you go. Chris, get up there. Cause my feet hurt.
All right, guys, so Once again, we're doing this by the applause, so if you want to hear more information on these products, please make sure you clap for them. So let's start with Change Mortgage. We have Altera Home Loans. We have Owner Finance. And we have Chase. Now y'all make this easy. All right. So one more time, let's start the other way. Chase. Owner Finance. Altera Home Loans. And Change Mortgage. So I think we're gonna have to say goodbye to my man Julia. We ain't saying goodbye.
Thank you all very much. I will see you on the street.
Yeah. See you later. Dang. And unfortunately, I think Janet, we're gonna have to see you a little later, my lady. Now, once again, guys. Don't know if everybody saw, but this is what the champion's actually going to get. So they are actually getting a championship belt. And trust me, this isn't a cheap one. This is a nice championship belt. So this is what the battle of the lenders will be receiving. So I'm going to put it right here in the middle to see which one of these guys is going to fight over it.
All right. Smaller French fries. Okay, so for the last round. Huh? Okay, so you each get an individual question. Are you okay with going first? All right. What have you seen as a constant item that can throw a monkey wrench in a mortgage transaction? Explain why you choose that specific item.
Good question. The main thing that we see constantly that can throw a monkey wrench into the whole process is when clients aren't being completely honest with us. I'm not the IRS, I'm not a cop, I'm not the FBI, I just want to get you to a house. I want your client to get into a house. If you tell me the issues that you're facing up front, we can and we will figure out the path to get you there. There's just so many different ways of doing it. Either we're gonna find out later and it can become a big bonfire, or we can nip it in the bud early. So when we do our process, we like to get as much information front loaded as possible so that you just walk right into the closing table, sign the papers, and get your keys.
Good job, thank you. All right. How important is educating your borrower up front regarding the mortgage process? And what do you consider your #1 golden rule in a transaction?
I get two? Okay, awesome.
It's a two-part question.
It's a two-part. She's making it tough on me.
Of course.
All right, so I love the first one because it's all about educating your client, and that fits our program really well because it is new. But I know a lot of programs are new with different lenders, but ours, I believe, we really take it, it's the most important thing to us. That when you look at our applications online, it has everything on there. Then when you come in and fill out the other form, it has everything on there. Then before closing, it has everything on there. We make you sign and initial everything because we want to make sure you're 100% clear. And like I said, I don't like a loan to go through without them talking to me. And I'm not the only one there, but I feel like I really want to make sure they're understanding everything 100%. We don't want any surprises, like you said. We want to make sure that they're understanding everything, and we want to explain everything at the first time, at the very beginning. That way, halfway through, they're like, oh, I didn't know about this or that. So it's very, very important that they understand everything 100%. Like I said, if for whatever reason we feel that they fit another product better, we'll refer them out to somebody else, because that's our ultimate thing, is that end buyer, getting them a home for the best, that we possibly can for them.
So your golden rule is?
Is to educate.
Okay.
Clarity.
Okay, well, thank you. So that concludes the questions for them. Does the audience have a question? Oh, we got Jose. Jose, you're gonna have to also come to me.
I had a question for Mark. I know your program is pretty awesome because you finance everybody. So, but with the higher interest rate, do you have any penalties for when the client can refinance out of your program, or do you have any other options like 6 months on the line, a year, where like, hey, maybe my credit's better, can I refinance now with you? And if they can, is there any penalties or anything like that? And I guess I can ask that for both of y'all, what the specific program you guys have.
You said Mark. That's it, bro. That's it. You said Mark. No, actually, that's a great question. Like I said, our program is designed to help the homeowner to better their credit, if that's the situation. If they have, that's why they're there. Most of the time, it's because of their credit or not having a social and things like that. But even if they have a TIN number, our third-party company that does all the billing and all that, escrow, taxes, insurance, report to the credit agency to help their credit so that their credit score does go up. Or if they had a TIN number, it reports to that to help that go up also. And then that way they could refinance, the loan once they're able to do that. We have no prepayment penalties or anything like that with our loans.
Thank you, Mark. We have one more question for Mark, and then after that, it's got to be changed mortgage.
Mark, I have a question. Since you're owner financing, do you do an appraisal also on the property?
Yeah, that's a great question. So it's the same as getting a regular loan. It's like you're coming to a bank, like to a lender, but not as scary, right? So, and we take you out to eat, okay? Everybody here at the class gets to go out to eat. No, I'm just saying. So, yeah, it's the same process. We get an appraisal. We do everything's pretty similar. Like if you're getting a normal loan, we can sometimes close a little quicker because if you're just doing one loan, they have to, get all your bank statements, all this other stuff that's required to process your loan. But whenever we're applying for a loan and our company's getting the loan, we're doing them every week, closing loans. So the approval process, I know whenever we do them, within about 48 hours, we've already gone out of underwriting as far as getting the approval part done. Now we're just waiting on title companies and appraisals.
All right, one question for Change Mortgage.
There's one over here.
Oh,
for Mark.
I'm not penalizing. I'm trying to be fair. We're fair here. Okay, I actually have a question. Okay, so what is your timeline looking like from, when you originate the application, underwriting, processing all of that, all the way to close? And do you underwrite your own loans also? Underwrite and fund your own loans?
Good question. So, and any lender can come up here and say what their turn times are. I would love to show you guys over in the booth real-time actual loans. You can see the proof is in the pudding. We can be as quick as 18 days. Underwriting turn times right now are 24 hours or less for submittal into initial underwrite. We require all of our loan officers, mortgage advisors, to be as clean as possible on their loan so that when our approvals come in, they're super clean. Our resubs for CTC or clear to close is less than 24 hours, and we can get docs same day. In fact, my branch manager from San Antonio, Jake Canales, had a CTC last night at 10 p.m. and docs went out at 8 a.m. this morning.
Okay, so your underwriting is in-house?
Everything is in-house.
Okay.
Originators are in-house, processors are in-house. Our underwriters are handpicked through my region to understand the Hispanic community. They also understand, they're in Texas. They're not California underwriters underwriting these, they don't know.
Okay.
Our underwriters underwrite for people who understand mattress money, things like that.
Okay.
Wink, wink, nod, nod.
I like it. Okay, guys. These folks are going to be around, so we can definitely go up to them and ask them any additional questions that you may have. But it's time to choose a champion.
Once again, I want to thank all the panelists for coming on out and giving us this information that they provided us today. Please make sure that you visit their booths and get any additional information you would like from them. But this is it. We're going to see who's actually going to win the belt. So we're actually going to start, since we've been starting with Change, we're going to start with Change Mortgage. Now we have Mark. All right, one more time. Now let's do Mark. Let's do change. The champion of the 2021 Battle of the Lenders, change. Congratulations, man. Please, everyone, they are actually bringing out the food now. If you haven't gotten a plate, just wait. They will bring out the food. I also want to say one more time that what it is that we did here, we're trying to help put more Hispanic families into homes. So these products that were announced today, they can definitely help y'all. Please take their information and give them a call. If they can't help you today, trust me, you will find a client that eventually they